Okay. Vice President Atiku Abubakar has resigned from the People's Democratic Party. He says it is due to irreconcilable differences within his party. And a group of eminent Nigerians, the Patriots, are in Abuja to discuss the solutions to the country's problems, and they're advocating a brand new constitution. Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I am Sean Okimale here in Abuja. Let's begin by letting you know that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has again resigned his membership of the People's Democratic Party with immediate effect. In a letter dated the 14th of July 2025, an address to the chairman of the PDP Jada 1 Ward in Daida local government area of Adamawa State, Mr. Atiku says that his resignation is due to irreconcilable differences that have emerged within the party PDP. He says that he found it necessary to part ways due to the current trajectory the party is taking, which according to him diverges from the foundational principles it stood for. Let's now check out some of your political roundup stories.
Some cheering news about the economy, as the headline inflation for June 2025 eased to 22.22% compared to May 2025's headline inflation rate of 22.97%. This was disclosed by the National Bureau of Statistics earlier today. According to the latest Consumer Price Index report released by the Bureau, the year-on-year figure reflects a 0.75% point decline from the previous month and a significant 11.97% point drop when compared to June 2024, which recorded an inflation rate of 34.19%. The decline in annual inflation is being recorded against the backdrop of a rebased index, with 2024 as a new base year. 24 hours after the burial of former President Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President Kashim Shettima, Governors Diko Rado of Katsina State and Babagana Zulum of Borno State led other mourners to Daura for the Fidau prayer for the late former president. Other top dignitaries at the prayer are former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Governor of Anambra State and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023, Peter Obi, and former Governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai. The Federal High Court in Lagos has discharged the former Governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, on charges of money laundering and theft amounting to 6.9 billion naira. Justice Chukwujeku Adeleke discharged the former governor after upholding his no-case submission filed to challenge his trial by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The court held that the EFCC had not been able to link Fayose to the crime, nor was a prima facie case made against him to warrant further defense. In a dramatic twist, the Ekiti State former Governor Ayodele Fayose is seen celebrating his court victory by eating amala, a local delicacy, alongside some site workers expressing how grateful he is.
We are grateful. Thank you, Lord.
Ahead of the 2027 elections, the All Progressives Congress in Oyo State is closing ranks to make the party formidable enough to displace PDP come 2027. The Minister of Power, Bayo Adelabu, at a meeting with APC stakeholders in Isheyin, Kajola, Itesiwaju, and Iwajowa local government areas of Oke-Ogun, Oyo State, assures the zone of better treatment if the APC takes over the mantle of leadership. He assures them that the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu would effectively target grassroots and agrarian communities to ensure equity and poverty reduction. In Delta State, hundreds of members of the informal sector have expressed their collective support for the re-election bid of President Bola Tinubu and Governor Sheriff Oborevori ahead of the 2027 general elections. The endorsement came from a broad coalition of artisan and trade groups across various sectors. Chairman of the association, Ifaye Abanom, affirmed the group's commitment to the continuity of both leaders' current policies and development agenda. Members of the Nigerian National Rescue Movement are asking the opposition political parties coalition and the African Democratic Congress, ADC, to field former Vice President Atiku Abubakar as their presidential candidate for the forthcoming general elections. or bury the thoughts of winning the election. The group told journalists at a news conference in Abuja that the former vice president has the political clout to garner votes from the north and south to outshine the incumbent president in 2027.
The way Nigerians are yearning for better change, that it is Atiku who is from the north.
So much, everyone, for staying with us. There you have it. You've been served with your political roundup stories. Now, Abuja is agog. The Patriots are in town, and they will be discussing over the next few days Nigeria's problems and ways to fixing them, including getting a brand new constitution for the country. At a statement, and former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Chief Emeka Anyaoku, and other high-caliber leaders have begun a 3-day landmark conference on the future of Nigeria's constitutional democracy. The emergency conference, which is an intervention by the Patriots in partnership with the Nigerian Political Summit Group, will see them rev up efforts on mobilizing stakeholders in the Nigerian project at home and in diaspora ahead of the commencement of the summit.
We gather as a group of patriots, although with differing ideas and perspectives, yet deeply committed to helping shape a Nigeria that we're all proud of. This moment marks a significant step in our journey towards unity, progress, and national development.
True federalism must guarantee maximum autonomy to the federating units. Cost of politics must be brought down to open space for inclusiveness and real leadership. Unicameral legislature with ministers appointed only from elected representatives must be reinstated. Real mechanisms for accountability, recall, and sanction for non-performing and deviant public officers must also be instituted.
We have been making moving constitution, but I've come to the conclusion that our problem was that we didn't develop our political parties. Because if we had, we could have been a better place. India did. It took them almost 300 years to succeed in doing that. So even though we've only not too long ago we got our independence, I think it is right for us to now concentrate as a state of emergency to develop our political parties.
All right, those are the thoughts of some of these eminent Nigerians, the Patriots, discussing Nigeria's problems. So, in the next few days, they will be advancing those conversations about the state of the country and the way forward, and looking at a brand new constitution for the nation. So let's get talking. Today we've seen the Fidau prayer for the late president, former president Muhammadu Buhari in Daura, which we saw the Vice President Kashim Shettima leading eminent Nigerians, including the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, several state governors, and several other eminent Nigerians who are paying the respect and offering prayers for the reposing of the soul of the dead. Tonight, our attention is going to be on state of the nation, and particularly something has really steered the issues, especially the need for speaking to our guests tonight on the program. I'll take you to Osun State, and there seems to be some political storm brewing in that state. There have been talks about the possibility of Governor Adeleke exiting the PDP in Osun State and moving into the APC. A few times this has come up, but the governor has since denied it, either officially or in some other quarters. But the governor has since been saying, with his older brother, meeting with President Bola Tinubu while he was in Lagos, and there are other political maneuverings and permutations going on the ground. We've seen some members of the PDP in Osun State who have joined the APC, and are those who are saying They do not want Senator Adeleke in the APC. So there are a lot of issues in the party, and I'm being joined tonight by a former national secretary of the APC and a former federal lawmaker who also ran against Senator Adeleke. No, he ran against in the previous election on the platform of the SDP. Senator Iyiola Omisore is our guest tonight on the program. It's a pleasure having you on the program tonight.
Good evening.
You served as National Secretary under the Buhari administration. In fact, your tenure started shortly before the president left, and I'm sure that you had some interactions with him. How much of a loss would that be for your party, APC?
Well, you know, President Buhari, at the time he came, he was exiting. And shortly before the primaries, we got into the ship of the leadership of the party. President Buhari, we all know what he stood for. And I believe sincerely that with the handover, presently handled by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the handshake between the North and the South was cemented. There's no how a figure like him will leave a party that will not feel it. But we in the party, by our president today, were in a comfortable zone to carry the flag flying. And luckily, you know, some times ago, he was interviewed in Kaduna. He said he remained a member of APC. The APC gave him 2 terms to lead the country. That was given to the party. So that alone give credence to his own nobility and his decisiveness in the amounts of his life.
You look at the trajectory of what has happened, and eminent Nigerians from all over the world, tributes are pouring in, and it's going to be missed by a lot of people across the different strata of life. But you look at Muhammadu Buhari, 2011, 12 million votes. 2015, 15.5 million votes. 2019, 15.3 million votes. Well, and what we saw in 2015 and 2019 was the person that immediately came after, I mean, the runner-up in that election had about 12 million votes. In 2019, it dropped to 11 million votes. And you go into 2023, your candidate Bola Tinubu and the president got 8 million votes. That drastically dropped your party's vote. So if you look at the trajectory, your party's vote has nosedived. And either you accept or not, there is the Buhari factor in that 8 million vote Bola Tinubu got. 2023 or 2027, if President Bola Tinubu is on the ballot again, do you think the Buhari and his vote has not gone into the grave?
Well, Seun, what you gave, the analysis to an extent, is very correct. The political determination and voting pattern doesn't follow that trajectory. First and foremost, the 2011, 2015, there are 2 strong parties on the ballot. But the 2023 election came with 3 parties who are strong. Definitely, the vote will go around the 3 lines. So, had it been there are 2 strong parties, maybe Bola Tinubu Ahmed will have had as much as that 12 or 15 million votes as well.
But again, you look at it, Senator, in 2023,
yes.
If the 6 million vote of Atiku Abubakar plus the 6 million vote of Peter Obi had come, it would have been almost 13 million votes. If both of them had come together, they would have beaten Bola Tinubu squarely.
You know, like I said, politics is not by calculation that way. I said that on a straight 2-party system, 2015 before 2023, by the time it came to 2023, there are 3 parties. People who voted for Labour Party will not vote for Atiku. Who voted for Labour Party will not vote for Ahmed Tinubu, so they are voted on their own vote list. You don't just come and sum up That'd be very wrong to come to that
But the
conclusion.
question is that it does look that the fortunes of your party has dropped, and your party is looking like it's unpopular.
Well, you know, this is an opinion.
Or it's becoming unpopular. No, it's a fact. Sir,
it's not a fact, Sheung.
Thank God you're a scientist, you're an engineer.
I told you that...
Mathematically speaking, sir, if you do the graph, if you go from 15.5 million votes to 15.3 million votes, and you came down to 8 million votes, is that not a drop? As a political party, leave the candidate aside.
What I'm saying is that mathematically, you have a trajectory of a graph. You have a longitude and latitude. You have determinant factors A, B, C. A and B, total votes came to 24 million votes in 2011 or 2015. Was split around two parties. Now there are three prongs, A, B, C. You went to three ways. So you can't just come comfortably and just sit and say, okay, that 6 million votes will have gone to a particular person. No. If a bill has come out, maybe the Labour Party will come to Parliament as well. You can't be too sure. So it's difficult for you to just plummet. So
my question to you as a party leader, and you played a major role. You are a swung for the APC. You decided to work with the APC as a candidate of the SDP in 2 elections back in Osun State. You were one of those factors, and you know your stronghold in Ife gave the APC the margin of lead that they had. If not for your compromise and you're working together with the APC, it would have been difficult. So you understand what that means. If you remove Iyiola Omisore from the factor in Osun State at the time, would APC have won?
No.
Yes. So if you remove Muhammad Buhari from the factor in 2027, isn't that a trouble for your party?
No. Muhammad Buhari died. Not that he's alive. It's different from being alive and not work for the party. He has done his best and he has left. Had he was alive, he started to work against the party. Then you can be talking this way. Now he's no more, and we had a good relationship before he left.
Do you remember how many states Buhari went around with Bola Tinubu in 2023?
Of course, I remember very well.
Minimum of 7 states or thereabout.
No, we met almost 15 states.
Yeah, so if in that say he couldn't do 36 states. So if in that case, there are those who believe that even the photograph of Buhari will swing votes. He has a court following. And you know what happened in 2019 and 2015? There are other political parties, they just put Buhari and put their picture, and they won elections. That was how strong the face of Buhari is. His mere picture meant a lot politically in northern Nigeria. And Senator, it does look like you are hiding from the reality that absence of Buhari in your party doesn't call for some kind of jitter.
I'm not saying that. I'm not hiding from anything. The reality is that Buhari has left us. He left us in good condition, in good faith, in good comradeship. I think if Buhari is alive and work against the party, then we can start prognosis.
Who has the stature of Buhari in your party now that can help you canvass for votes?
President Ahmed, he has the stature of Buhari as well.
He's not a northerner, he's not from the north.
It doesn't matter. Nigerians have grown beyond that, what you are saying. We have grown beyond that. Why is it not done anymore now? We are working together as one. What you are saying is more possible. If said that Muhammad Buhari is alive, he said he work against APC as a person alive, then you can start prognosing that direction. The Buhari left us in good faith in the party. He confessed that he was a member of APC. I'm sure you heard about it too. That APC gave him slaughter for 8 years. So that goodwill, good message and good he left behind us, we should work with us forever.
I look at the coming together of the opposition coalition. Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amechi, Peter Obi, Rufai, all of them in one single room. And their main agenda is send Bola Tinubu packing, send APC to retirement. That is their agenda. Are you not worried?
No, Sheung, I'm not worried at all. Because there are hawks among them. All of them have the same goal. You can see that after that meeting, Obi said he wanted to be president. Atiku said, Rotimi Amechi said the same thing. Then Tambuwa too. So are we sure that they're going to continue this full list? Let us watch and see now. Politics is not mathematics.
If they work
it's a reality.
Together, if they work together, if they agree, they come in, because they've said that yes, there are ambitions, but they are determined to work together. And if they come with a common front, don't you think that the end might have come for the strength of your party?
You know, the bulk of the ADC, they are all from PDP. You know that, of course.
And they are strong members of your party too. Is PDP and APC?
No, majorly
PDP. Majorly, yes,
80%, or even like 85% PDP now.
You have John Oyegu, a former national chairman of the APC, Rotimi Amechi, who was one of the founding members of the APC, Nasir El-Rufai, one of the founding members of the APC. All of them are, even Atiku Abubakar, one of the founding members of the APC.
Correct.
All of them are there. Dino Melaye, one of the founding members of the APC.
I agree with you. Build up to this time, Rotimi Amechi lost River State. We lost Kaduna State. That's El-Rufai. We didn't win Anambra State. Where again, Edo State, we didn't win Edo State. You had PDP governor there. And we still won the party. So what you are saying, this thing does not add up. As a mathematician, I look at it as a graph.
So the coalition matter not to you?
Well, to an extent, it's good to keep them busy. But as they're getting busier, we look at our strategies as well. I look for the ways to cut them off. But it's good they have come, it's welcome. At least they'll be busy doing something.
We hear their permutation. They said, what would be best is to get another candidate against Bola Tinubu in 2027. If that is done, they are sure of victory.
But you know, if wishes houses, beggars will ride. Let us see them. Let's see now. Don't let us just preempt. I don't like preempting issues, though, because what you are saying might not be reality at the end of the day. So as we are going on, God spare our life, I still come back here to come and talk what I'm saying about now.
So give us an understanding. You exited the NWC of the party, but you see what has happened to Ganduje now, who was there to replace yourself and Mr. Adamu Abdullahi. What do you think the party could do to correct what has happened to both of you?
Well, that's not, after some time, there must be an era to a living. And in this life, you must always move. Human beings are pilgrims in life. You move for better things. If you're moving for better things to happen to you, there's nothing to anybody to correct anything. Ganduje came, he worked hard tirelessly. At least they won those states under his watch. He left on 8 grants. So, but luckily, and the convention is coming now. That convention will now rearrange the old planning
Because there are those who will say, look, that slot of national chairmanship was for the North Central. Ganduje from the Northwest. Do you think the party should return that position to the North Central?
Ganduje came midway. By the time we get back to our convention now, then there will be realignment of the zoning.
Are you worried about the internal workings of the party and the way things are going?
No, I'm not. Political parties will always have interest now. You know that? Look at the way PDP are scattered now. Even ordinary Labour Party, they are fighting without anything. Because of interest in political power, parties are always having issues. But the ability to contain the problem within ourselves is the main thing. And that is the secret of APC.
Senator Ademola Adeleke, there are talks in Osun State that he could move to the APC. Is that good news for you?
Well, I'm not aware. But the point is that when you want to come to a party, there must be a willing reception from the party members. You must come to the home, but party is very local. What are they bringing to the party? In 2022 elections, APC garnered 375,000 votes. PDP had 403,000 votes. The gap between them was 3.79%. That's the difference in the winning. You are checking your facts?
Yeah.
This 3.7% includes the likes of people that work against the party, like former governor Agbeshola, and other leaders of PDP, who have all moved to APC now. For the past 3 years that we've gone in that state, no single DKP of APC to PDP. Meanwhile, at least 1/7 of PD members are moved to APC, which you know, of course. And like you should be looking that your Baba Yemi, Wole Oke, but others are still coming.
Wole Oke's own was based on not of volition of wanting to just work because of issues within his party.
Well, other parties will always have issues, but they came. Immediately after that election, the prayer election came. APC, we actually 48,000 votes. PDP has 357,000 votes, 1.42% difference. So what are they bringing to the party? Nothing. So if as a governor, if you are popular in your party, you are popular enough, go and take a new party. Look at Governor Ojikalu in 2027. He went for PPA. He won for that state. The governor of Abia now, he left APC, took a new party and won for that place. Why must you want to force yourself into the party? I've never seen a governor begging to enter party in my life. This is what I'm saying. Struggling.
Is he begging?
He's struggling, begging, fighting to get to that party.
I thought he's being courted by members of the party.
What?
There was a meeting that we saw. His older brother, the businessman, Davido's father, and himself met with the president in Lagos. And do you think that is begging?
They've been meeting the president. They've met even some few people after the president's chair. They even met Dagwabedu. They contacted him to bring him to the party. That's one of Ogun State. So they are struggling. I've not seen a situation where a state governor is struggling to enter another party. One, the party is not popular in that state anymore. Half of the party members have moved to APC. So he's just trying to find somewhere to stay. Now, electoral factor, they moved to ADC now. So it's already an orphan. So APC now, we don't want anybody in that party. If they are coming to that party, then they should come home and talk to us.
But can you stop anybody from joining your party?
You can't stop anybody. I said that. If you want to come to that party, if you want to come to APC, then you come home, we talk about the party. We put everything on the ground to talk about. Not that the national chairman said he's not aware. The state chairman is not aware. We have elders caucus in Osun State. None of us were aware.
But if a governor of a state says he wants to come to your party, that amount to nothing at the moment because your party has no stronghold in the state at the moment. You are not running at the affairs of the state.
No, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. Look at Delta State. Look at Akobam State that came to APC. These have been pretty stronghold for almost 20 years now. But in Osun State, APC, PDP. Are you afraid of Adeleke, Senator Omisore? No, it's not about afraid. What about afraid? Why the scare about him wanting to come? No, what you want to say is that Adeleke is afraid of APC. You are asking the wrong question. No, it should be the other way around. He's the governor. No, it doesn't matter. He came with a very huge popularity. And you know that family. You are very familiar with his older brother. What I'm saying? The late Senator... Exactly. Senator Adeleke. I agree with you. I just give you analysis now. Yeah. That if you have won elections by margin, by narrow margin, and you see you are comfortable. In 2018, I took SDP within 3 months. I was sure myself. But you still lost. Of course now. But I made the mark. Ojikalu to APPA. In 2007, he won the election. Mimiko went to Labour Party. He won. Adams Oshomole went to Labour Party. They won as well. ACN. They won as well. And he won. Exactly. And this is a party that are not as prominent as other political. So you're advising Senator Adeleke to jettison thinking of coming to APC and move to an obscure party. No, what I'm saying now, if you want to come to APC, you can come and negotiate with APC members. Leadership. What is the big deal in joining your party? Big deal? Your party is a carcass already in Osun State. Is there a big deal in your party? The goodwill of APC in Osun State today is calling everybody to come. Your party lacks any major political strongholds. That's not correct. Apart from having a minister, having a national secretary. It doesn't matter. What do you control? That's what they call inherent popularity and kinetic power. Inherent in political power. And you couldn't use it in 2018? That is what I'm saying. You couldn't use it in... what I'm saying now today is that if 2022. If there be the campaigns from 2022 to date, then you say, okay, if it is dying. But Adeleke, on his own popularity, they call him the dancing governor. He was so popular that he beat your party silly. With what? With 3%?
But well,
that's not silly.
It's a defeat. A defeat is a defeat.
When you say silly,
in an election,
you are a journalist. What's wrong?
He defeated an incumbent.
Wait.
Is your party able to even win senatorial House of Reps?
What I'm telling you is that what you say you beat in is silly. What do you mean by silly?
When you could not get any ground, your party doesn't have a feet on the ground.
What you are saying now is that if you have a feet on the ground, why must you want to come to the party then? Why must you be struggling?
Is it not doing your party a favor?
No, you do yourself a favor. Because now the PDP is almost dying. There's no secretary, no chairman of the party. So the issue of ticket becomes a problem for him. So he's shopping around, we have to hang. And his own case is urgent because the primary is in a few months' time. Other governors in PDP, before they scatter, they are still struggling. Maybe they can make amends for the time. Look at what Atiku just said now. The party becomes difficult for them to use.
If Adeleke comes to the APC or goes to your APC, isn't it going to make APC stronger?
There's no harm coming to any APC. No harm. But like the chairman said, don't come to APC on social media, on pages of Facebook. You read the chairman's that's what I'm saying. So the issue is that the state now becoming unsettled because people are being agitated. They are moving here and there. Some senators of APC of PDP, they are struggling to come to APC too. They are competing to come to APC.
Let's take a breather, Senator. There are those who are saying Adeleke is doing well. Those who are Adeleke supporters in Osun State feels that he is in terms of governance is doing well. And there are those who say that whatever happens, it may be dancing, but then they are happy with it. But if this furore about a possible defection, which he has denied, is come up, we're discussing the effect on Osun people, the governance of the state, and the way forward. We'll be right after this break, back after this break, everyone. Join us again. So much, everyone, for staying with us. Senator Iyiola Omisore, a former APC National Secretary, candidate of the SDP in the 2018 governorship election in Osun State, has been speaking with us. He also served in the National Assembly. Thank you so much, Senator Omisore, for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
Give us an understanding. There seems to be a split in your party in Osun State. There are those who are working already with Senator Ademola Adeleke, who are already courting him. And those are, in fact, national members of the national body of the party who seems to be okay with Ademola Adeleke coming into the party. But why are some of you angry and unhappy with Adeleke coming to the APC? Did Adeleke offend you?
No, what I'm saying, you are missing the point. One, the party is not divided in Osun State. No.
I think it is.
No, it is not. That's their own perception.
And there are facts to it.
No, I don't believe so, because we have Elders Council, the state.
In Osun APC?
Oh, yes.
Who is the chairman of the...
Ejasola Kinwumi. And we have the likes of former Governor Iyiola, Chibisa Akande as the patron. All leadership, we are all of them at the council. Is
Chibisa Akande on the same page with you? On this matter?
Page? On which page is it?
Or about Adeleke?
Chibisa Akande believes that if you want to join the party, they should discover the leadership of the party. I'm not saying they cannot join the party. They can come and join the party.
So are you speaking the voice, or are you speaking the views of the Elders Council?
Of course. We are not saying that. We are not saying anybody can join the party. There's a constitutional right of Section 4 Nigerian Constitution for the freedom of association that allows you to associate. But the point is that it is not like what is being heard on newspaper or television, like the chairman said. For instance, the state party of the chairman, when I was just coming, I asked him, and he said he's not aware. National chairman, they are not aware. So if you want to join a party, the process is very local. It's very local. But the fear of Adeleke is one. The issue of keeping to timelines and promises is a problem. Now, in Osun State, in 2018, in 2029, with Abayemi, Shuabu Yedokun, their promises, they did fulfill. Aregbesola promises, they failed. With Senator Omisore in 2014, they failed. So the issue of keeping promises and integrity is a problem. That is why they are running away to look for friendship, in Ogun State or in Abuja to bring them to Osun APC. You want to come to Osun APC, come to Osun APC. We welcome everybody. Chibisa Gadi gave release a president. Look, everybody can come to your party, but you must follow the tenets of the party. You join the party, you have to know the local government, the local structure. It's very local. So it's not for you just say you're coming, another governor for Ogun State governor is not the one anchoring you.
The governor Atiku Abubakar, we understand he has helped to midwife a lot of crises outside of the party and helped a lot of people to come into the party.
In which state? I'm not aware.
I can speak about River State. I understand the role he played in River State.
At what time? But I'm not aware. It's not what you are saying. I don't.
Do you know that a few governors went with Similai Fubara to meet Minister Wike?
Of course, now.
Are you aware?
Yes, of course.
And you didn't know that the role that Abubakar played?
No, you know, these governors, they move around to just make themselves relevant along the process.
What would a second-time governor be doing?
There are a lot of. In fact, some of them are more ambitious than the first-time governors.
Why? I mean, I
don't know.
Businessman, second-time governor.
I don't want to take.
I mean, imagine the question I'm asking is that if Atiku Abubakar is looking for the progress of your party and wanted another governor in the Southwest because he has interest because he's a Southwest governor, and out of the 6 governors in the Southwest, Osun, Ogun, APC, Lagos, APC, Oyo, PDP, Ekiti, APC, Osun, PDP. And if he's courting to say, we want governors of the Southwest to be in our party, is that the wrong thing to do?
It's not the wrong thing to do, but you have to look at the figures. What are the figures? What are the figures? You can't just jump to any party or jump to any state.
You think your party can beat Adeleke when you go to the election?
What I'm saying now, if Adeleke is popular enough to beat the party, let's just stay in this party and defeat us now.
Is this about you running again? Do you you still want to become governor?
The issue is not about me at all.
Senator, do you still want to become governor?
That's not the issue. I've not shown interest to run for governorship at all.
Have you jettisoned? You've stopped being wanted to be governor?
I've never shown interest to be governor.
You've always wanted to be governor?
Since 2018, I didn't even want 2022.
But so you still wanted to be governor?
If I want to be governor, I would want 2022.
Do you still want to be governor, Senator?
That's not the question.
Have you buried the idea of wanting to be governor? Because it will say to a lot of people, you are from Ife. Yes. Ife has 3 local government, I guess.
Yes.
In Osun State. And that's a big constituency anyways. And you know what that means. If you go out, Iyiola Omisore, you're a very popular politician in Osun State. If you say you are not running, do you know how many people will be happy? Because they will think that that opportunity has been opened for them. But if you say you are running, do you know how many people will keep quiet? That's what I'm asking you tonight. Senator Iyiola Omisore, do you still want to be governor of Osun State?
The point now is that as we speak today, I've not shown interest to run for governorship.
Would you still like to run?
I don't know yet. I cannot say.
You've given up?
I cannot say.
Would you still consider it?
I don't know.
You've given up on your state?
I can't give my state down. You have a constituency, I have followership, so I have to consult widely. What concerns me?
If you bear the ticket of your party, do you think you can win for your party?
If anybody bears the ticket of APC, they win in the state. Not even me alone. No, not about me at all. As we speak today now, if anybody bears the ticket of APC, they will win that state. Forget about me in this circumstance.
Even Ajibala Basiru?
Any APC toga.
Omowurare,
Johnson, Bayode, Omowurare, anybody.
And they will defeat Adeleke?
Of course.
Adeleke is very popular on the ground.
Popular with what?
The local people, the average person, and his nephew, when he jumps on the stage in campaign for him, they sway a lot of
so that is why they won with only 3%.
But they won.
That's the marginal defeat. That's not popularity. That's what they call by chance. That's a shape defeat in Ghana.
But that was what happened in 2018.
Of course.
It was a clean shape.
Well, at the same time, so it happened at the same time. So what you are saying that when you are popular, a landslide victory.
How do you assess the governance in Osun State under Ademola Adeleke?
Well, that's another area that you have to look into. One, as of today now, the state government have accrued about 12 billion naira to the state covers. That's 82 million less 1 trillion. That's from 2022 November to 2023, 2024, and up to June this year. And today in that state today, there's nothing feasible that can justify that kind of expenditure. Nothing. Given that in 3 years, there are ongoing projects, and they are all still ongoing. Are you getting me now?
Yes.
They're still ongoing. The government said they're feeding, home school grown feeding, 20 million per day, including Saturday and Sunday and public holidays. The security vote for the government alone is 800 million per month. 800 million per month. That's 1.6 billion in a year. So those are the baggages you want to bring to APC.
And you don't want it?
No, I mean, if you look at it, if you can kill up himself before that time, they can negotiate. Part of negotiation. Anybody can come to any party, but you have to negotiate with the party.
In the last 3 years of Ademola Adeleke in Osun State, would you say that is a progressive one? Is it positive?
I just said it now.
No, you just made analysis and you mentioned some figures.
Of course, I just mentioned.
But in assessment, in the real assessment of it, do you think that he has done his best?
I don't know what I mean by. I don't know what I mean by, because when he has done his best, which is not enough.
Has he made considerable progressive efforts?
Today, when I just come to that state, sunk without any considerable improvement physically.
So you can't feel it?
Nothing.
What about the roads that are constructed?
Under construction in the last 3 years. None of them has been completed.
Tourism that is hoping that it was going to revive.
So after 3 years, we are still hoping.
What about the schools and the hospitals?
Where are they? None.
The opening up of the arterial and the interior roads. You are not seeing it. Are you not riding on those roads?
At all. There are construction work going on. And it's deliberate to struggle them to the election time. And they're always fighting over the contractors because the prices have been changed regularly. A kilometer of road in Osun State is about 3-4 billion naira now. Where Fayose was 1.2 billion. So there's a capital flight in the state. So they are looking. So the baggages are beginning just to put somewhere. So that's the problem.
Senator, you look at it, and a lot of the times, and I heard even Senator Ademola Adeleke's family members, especially his brother, who said that, look, if it doesn't perform, that he will have a change of mind at some point about his support for him. And there is a lot of pressure on him to want to deliver for the Osun State. And you will hear him say how much he's passionate about Osun governance and all that. Senator Adeleke.
Okay.
Is there one thing that you think he's disappointed you in terms of governance?
One, for the fact that your brother said he will resign, or what will he say?
He said he will move back from supporting him.
He should have moved back even the 4th or the 3rd month. If he meant what he said. But nothing is happening in that state now. It's capital flight.
To where?
I mean, in failure contract within the Pacific Holdings.
What is Pacific Holdings?
That's the family company name.
Oh, you don't have evidence to this?
Well, I have evidences.
Of this?
Of course now.
Tangible evidence?
Only tangible evidence.
This is a rich family already. The allegation that you are making.
Look, the point is that the people in PDP now, they are complaining that they are being run by the family. I'm not in the party. I'm not with them, So when they complain about PDP, I don't bother myself
about
it.
But I'm saying you made an allegation
I'm coming.
about the family, and you don't have evidence to support it.
I'm coming. That allegation is the derivation of the PDP complaint, not me. What I'm now saying is that, look, the derivation, that's why the people in the PDP, they are living in stoves. Each time they came to us...
Your argument might be faulty.
No.
Should I say that? So just for a moment, sir. And the reason why I'm saying that is that there are 3 senatorial districts in Osun State have been occupied by 3 PDP senators. Senator Fidau and the rest of them. In the House of Reps, there are 9 seats. It's only recently that Wole Oke is the only member of the PDP that has defected, that have moved away from the PDP. 8 House of Reps seats are still being occupied by PDP members who have not left. In the House of Assembly, there are 25 constituency seats in the House of Assembly. Out of the 25, only 1 seat is that of the APC. 24 others are for the PDP. So when you say that they are angry in the PDP, who are those that are angry? Because the figures are not supporting your claims.
If you look at the Osun State election pattern, during APC time, there's always a package. All senators, APC, or PDP APC. During ACN time, that's the system. So the people voted in Osun State aligned with the governorship. So it's not a new thing to us. Since 1999, when we came as AD, everybody in that party were AD, senators, reps, and House of Assembly. When we came in 2023, the same pattern. When ACN came, the same pattern. So what I say is not new. It's not new. That's the pattern of voting in Osun State. Maybe you don't know. So nobody can just claim to it as anything super. Nothing. Nothing.
So
it's not different.
You think that the stronghold of the PDP on the political structure of the state does not matter?
Well, what I'm saying now is that, look, there's no point wasting our time or arguing on this matter. If PDP is strong in that place, why continue coming to APC? Simple. Simple.
But the man said he is not planning to.
And okay, no problem. He's not planning to come, no problem. But you announced that it's coming.
No, I mean, there are talks about the possibility of
this.
He has come out to say he's not coming. No. But there are agitation within your party that you don't want him to come.
No, we are not saying he should not come. If anybody can join any party, like I said, but there must be reason to talk about it. Especially the packages he's bringing with the governors of TNF years unaccounted for. And of course, the other local other things. That's what I'm saying.
If you look at the way and manner things are going in the state, and elections are coming, and what a lot of people will say is a bit of the instability within the PDP might be a possible cause for a rethink whether anybody is going to stay back in the party, especially if you are running, politically speaking, if you are running to become governor, who signs your form? Especially if you are opposed to the secretary. You know, there's been a lot of furore about the national secretary, Sam Ayahu, which some of the governors, which is including Senator Adeleke, that have opposed. Do you think, you know the PDP very well, and you've been monitoring what is going on, do you think these are possibilities of the fear?
You know, because the primaries of the Osun State election is just a few months' time, that must be a major fear for Governor Adeleke to want to leave in a hurry. And he's looking for where to hibernate. If other governors are fearful too, but the election is still 2027, maybe it can be amended along the line. There's no point, there's no problem anybody trying to hibernate anywhere. But you must have a proper understanding with the host owners and people who are on the party already.
So there is an agitation about non-consultation.
Of course, there's none.
But if he consults, will he be welcomed?
Of course, why not?
Who would you think that he should be consulting?
No, the leadership of the party, at the state, at the national.
When you say leadership of the party, do you mean the chairman of the party?
If we have a party, we have a leaders council in Osun State.
Okay, just like Lagos State, governors advisory council. So Osun State has the
leaders council. That all decisions are being made. We look at all the parameters. Everybody we give timelines. We meet regularly. We give conduct, we conduct our people. And everybody submits to that particular pedigree. So there's nothing bad, the campaign coming to any party, no. And it's not for you to be grandstanding. I'm coming, I'm not coming, no. You are coming, you are coming. Don't say as if, nobody's forcing you to come. You are begging to come to APC to come and hibernate. Yeah, no problem. If you want to beg to apply, no problem. You want to come to hibernate, no problem. Yeah. The national chairman of APC debunked the news. That's not aware. So who am I to say that I'm aware? That's why we are. I don't mind anybody come to any party. No. I mean, but the point is that there must be a procedure to jump the ship. More so, a city governor that lost members of his party to APC, the member of the National Assembly, they are coming in droves. The state government accountability yet to be accounted for. There are many things yet to be explained. So you now bring bagging on the people. We start explaining what happened to your party. There are identical differences now, APC and PDP. So how do you just consume that differences within 1 month?
So if your people ask you to run for governor, would you?
If I'm convinced that they want me to run, if I'm convinced within myself and I seek the face of the Lord, and my family face, maybe.
So you have to consult God first.
Of course, that God is the better of everybody. Now, you know yourself. God says yes. I mean,
there are a lot of decisions that the human beings don't consult God for.
Maybe them.
Except people of faith like us who do consultation.
Me, I'm a child of God, and my life is by God. You know, my life has been by God's grace. Everybody knows it's a no thing. So I can never do anything without consultation with God. No. But this life is here tomorrow from today. And at my level, what do I want? You know, now that I'm at this level.
Are you in the elders' council? Are you conceding to Iyiola getting the ticket back? Is it automatic?
If he wishes to. He has the right of first of all because he was the governor last.
Mm-hmm.
Any governor in any party.
What do you think as an elder in the party?
If you want to contest, I don't mind. I support him.
Would you be stepping down for him?
I'm not even want to contest yet.
You think Iyiola naturally should run against Adeleke?
Of course, if he chooses to. I can't force him to run against Adeleke now. But if he wishes to run against Adeleke, I will support him.
Have you met with the president recently?
Of course, yes.
About Osun state politics?
Of course, yes, of course.
So what did he tell you?
No, the president is a Democrat. You know, Ashwa is a Democrat now. As long as you want everybody to look, even in Lagos State, you consult with GAC. Not talking of Osun State. So
what did the president tell you about Osun?
About Osun State? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's between me and president that we have to speak to the public.
But you told him you wanted to run.
I didn't tell him I wanted to run.
You didn't show interest at all?
Yeah, I didn't show interest at all. I don't even want me to show interest. I'm not aware.
No, because I know you.
Are you?
No, I'm not from Osun State. Senator Iyiola.
If you are interested in me running, let me know. Then you bring your support base.
It's your right to run as a Nigerian citizen.
That's social.
And you've run before. You've been a senator, and you have the deep pocket to do that.
Yeah.
Senator Iyiola Omisore, thanks so much indeed for coming tonight on the program.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. That's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Akimale. God bless Nigeria.